Welcome to a new week here on the Retirement Quick Tips podcast. I'm your host, Ashley Micciche, co-owner of True North Retirement Advisors, an independent financial advisory practice managing over $400 million in client assets. This week, I'm traveling for work. Actually, I will be in Atlanta, but by the time you hear this episode, I'll actually be back home again. I love Georgia. I've only been there one time. And the one and only time was back in 2013. I went to the Masters in Augusta with my dad. Now, if you aren't familiar with golf and the Masters, shame on you. No, I'm just kidding. So Augusta, the Masters at Augusta, it's like the most iconic golf tournament of all time. It was a very special trip. I went with my dad. He got to cross off his number one bucket list item, and it was a lot of fun, very memorable. One of my favorite golfers, Adam Scott, actually won that year, and I was in the crowd jumping up and down like crazy when he sank a putt on 18 to send it to a playoff. So that is a moment I will never forget. Well, this time, fast forward 11 years later, I am not playing golf. Actually, I didn't then either. I was just watching golf. But it will be interesting because I'm going to be in a swing state so close to the election. I live in Oregon, which is so deep blue. It's almost black out here. And we don't even have any political ads. Now, I'm happy for that. I don't like having the political ads. So it'll be interesting to be in a state that's in contention and to see how different it is and how competitive it is compared to here where I live. Now, in fact, true story, you won't even find any information about Trump in the official Oregon voter pamphlet. No joke. My understanding is that the Trump campaign didn't even bother to submit anything for the voter pamphlet. I don't know. Maybe their logic was the people who were going to vote for Trump were already going to vote for him. I don't know. But it's a true story. Google it. He's not even in the voter pamphlet for Oregon. That's how blue it is out here. But I digress. Okay, so since I'm traveling, I actually don't have any new episodes this week, but I do have a special announcement. Coming back for a third installment for 2024, I'm doing another office hours session. You'll have the chance to ask me your most burning question about retirement. Now, I did this in May, and then I did it again in August, and the sessions filled up quickly. So if you would like to pick my brain, you can click on the show notes in today's episode, and I'll publish this every single day if you're listening on Alexa. But check out the show notes if you're listening in Apple or Spotify, wherever you're listening right now. There should be a link at the very top of the show notes where you can click on that to register. It'll take you to a Calendly link, and then you'll be able to actually pick a time slot. So I'm switching up the format a little bit. The last two I did were group sessions, all via Zoom. So this time you'll actually sign up for a one-on-one session. So they're 15-minute time blocks from 12 p.m. Sorry, I didn't even announce what day this is. Let me do that first. Okay, this is going to be on Thursday, November 14th from 12 until 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. So what you'll notice if you click on the link to register is that you'll have 6 15-minute time slots to register for, or less, depending on how long you wait to sign up and how many are taken at that point. But you'll see a number of time slots available. So you'll pick your preferred time slot, and then you'll just follow the prompts to schedule, and then you'll be sent a Zoom link, and you'll just log in at that scheduled time. I'll log in as well. We'll talk for 15 minutes, answer your most burning question about retirement. I love the format. I love meeting listeners. It's a lot of fun to answer your questions. I always learn something, and hopefully you will too. And at the very least, my goal is to provide you with some valuable insight, more clarity, and actionable next steps on tackling whatever is most on your mind regarding retirement, all with no strings attached. Okay, one more quick note. There are 6 time slots available. So what you'll do when you go to the Calendly link is you'll see where you can click on the date on November 14th. When you click on that, you'll see all the available times. And then if there's still time available, you'll pick your preferred time slot and then follow the steps to book the call. If you don't see any available time slots, send me an email and I will add you to the wait list. So inevitably people's schedules change. So if you send me an email, I can at least add you to the wait list and plug you in if somebody cancels. So my email is ashleym@truenorthra.com. That's ASHLEYM@truenorthra.com. All right, link to registers in the show notes. Thank you so much for listening. I look forward to hearing your questions in next month's office hours.